Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome back to another episode on the Annoyed Dad channel. Today we're going to start off a new series. Because we do so many little things and so many small jobs around the place, it isn't always worth us actually placing them into a video, because it would be like a 2-minute long video and it would be like, look at me, I'm just cutting a branch, and that'd be it. So I thought it'd be cracking if we'd done a video where we've just done a review each month of that month and what we've done. Yeah, because it just sort of like makes sense. I've already planned out all the videos, 2 a week coming up every Monday, every Thursday for the whole of February. See how that goes. If we can carry that on, even better. So start off with last year, where we've done the daily videos. You may remember at the very start of them I said that there was an issue with a family member and that might hold up video production. Unfortunately, just before Christmas, that family member died. So we decided we was going to buy some trees to plant in their memory. They never got to see the farm, although they would have loved the farm and they liked it and everything else like that. But we looked at trees, and the trees that were about at the minute, they're a bit rubbish, to be honest with you. We looked online, we couldn't really see anything that sparked our fancy. So we went and looked around the local garden centres, and the local garden centres had some grapevines. Now, around us here, I'm not sure if you know where we are based, down in Hastings, there are vineyards everywhere, so we have no issue with them. So we got some grape yards, and we're going to plant them in their memory, and the wine will be drunk in their memory, and they would have fully appreciated that. Also got some red currant bushes, because they were on offer and they were dirt cheap. Now you might say, why didn't you get red currant bushes? Why did you buy red currant bushes when you know you've got red currant bushes in here? Well, mainly because I don't know how many red currant bushes I've got in there compared to black currant bushes and everything else like that. So this month I've done next to nothing in the big orchard. I've just cleared out a few little bits and pieces. Excuse me while I'm stood here, I'm just turning off the water because I had it on for the ducks to fill up the duck pond. But if we go back to orchard 2, you can see that on the floor there's a lot of branches, because I cleared a lot of the stuff that was overhanging it. I've still got more to do, but we got in there, and I got my middle son in there with an axe, and he got to axe down a tree, which he thought was brilliant. This is the sort of things that kids don't really do nowadays. And then if we come through here, this here sums up January pretty well for us. It has just been raining and mud, and raining and mud, and raining and mud. However, the birds are still on lockdown. Say hello, ladies. No, they were talking to me earlier, they're not now. Birds have been on lockdown, which has meant we've been able to save the ground. Normally, they would have churned up most of this into mud. You can see where I walk every day, and you can see my big footprints, size 13 wellies. Has just basically churned up the mud where I walk, and you can see where I don't walk every day. Had the birds have been out, they would have churned up everything. We've got a few signs of spring starting to come through. I've done a video in the past, a YouTube short, to show that the hawthorns come in. But this log, which is down here, you can see it's starting to sprout up. I think that's an alder, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But clearly it was just placed there, and it's now rooting itself into the ground. I did consider moving it, but then I thought it's going to act as a nice little screen for the girls when they're in there, especially if it starts growing straight upwards, which would be helpful. So here's my cages that need repairing, but they're still keeping the birds in, and the birds are quite happy in there. Are you happy? Yeah, he's happy. That's all right then. That's all that really matters. And if we jump over here, I was actually rather surprised. If you watched the video where I split up the geese, you would have seen that I said that last year we had terrible issues with the geese escaping out of their enclosures and getting into other places and causing all sorts of issues. We haven't had that once here so far. They've all been staying where they are. The ducks are still locked up inside. But these guys, because these are farmed geese, they are allowed out at the minute. See, we've got the other 3 up there. So they're out and about, patrolling around. We have seen a little bit of activity, shall we say. And it's still a little bit early. As I'm recording this, I think it's the 2nd of February. But there's still a little bit of activity. that they are doing, so they should hopefully start laying pretty soon. I have seen a few other people saying that theirs have started laying already, which is quite handy. In the field itself, we've been going along and we've been doing some fencing where the ground is so wet, the ground is so soft, and you can just bang in fence posts easy as anything. They go down 2 foot without too much hassle at all. So we've been going around, we've been doing some fencing. Other than that, we haven't done much in the field. However, if we now transfer over to home, I've been buying. Yes, indeed, I have been shopping, but I've also been gathering up stuff from other places as well. So what you can see in front of you here is I've got some bits and pieces together. I've decided we've got enough land there that I can start to grow a few little cash crops and a few little things. Sorry, that's the sound of an incubator going in the background. Just to be able to increase what I'm doing. But I had to think about it, and I reckoned that if I can grow stuff that I can also feed back to the birds, that's the best idea of what I can grow. So whilst I could turn around and say, oh, I can grow a load of potatoes, I knew I could eat those. But if I grew sunflowers, I can feed the sunflower heads back to the birds. And you'll see here I've got loads and loads of sunflower seeds. These were given to me by my godson, not the Christmas just gone, but the Christmas before. So we're going to grow some sunflowers. Hopefully they'll still be all right. You'll also see in that I've got some plum seeds as well, or the stones out of plums. These come from the plums off of our trees this year, so they will also be planted. We have got the typical stuff, so we grabbed some pumpkin. These come from the range, I think it was. Grab some pumpkin, swede, sweet pepper, tomatoes, leek and Brussels sprouts. That's sort of like for Christmas lunch and just for the kids to be able to do something, to grow something. I've then got in here, these come from, I've mentioned this before, these come from another channel by the name of Chili Chump. That guy just there. And it's a load of chili seeds basically. So I am a little bit late in getting these into the ground, but I do like a nice hot chili. So yeah, we've got various ones in here, and obviously once you've grown them, you're then able to keep the seeds from them and grow some more. So these are ready to go in now. I've actually got the propagator is warmed up, ready for those to be able to take them straight away. What else I've done is I went online to a seed wholesaler, and I've just ordered some small packages just to see how we get on. So butternut, I'll put up a picture of the actual thing as to what they are here somewhere. I tried to do some editing magicry. Other butternut, we got some jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. So where we've got those other pumpkin seeds, but there's quite a few more pumpkin seeds in there. So I figured that the birds can be fed the pumpkins, and each one of the plants, it can have 2 to 3 of the pumpkins on each plant. So if I put in 100 plants, I could end up with 300 pumpkins. That's it, get my words out. And I've got one here which is called Goosebumps pumpkin, and I've also put up a picture of that. They look fantastic. So the whole idea is with those, we can do those, we can grow them and we can sell them at that time of year, but we can also store them and use them for feed. The other thing I got, it come in a nice big pack because there's lots of them, and you'll see up there is sweet corn fiesta. Now when I was at primary school, we had they had an exchange with some people in America, and they came over and they brought over some of these sweet corn, and I put up a picture of them now because they look fantastic. And I can just see us going to the farmers markets come the end of the year with the pumpkins, the squash and the sweet corn, and being able to sell them as a good cash crop. Yep, that's it from in there. So yeah, I thought that was fantastic. So that is something else that I have done in January. Unfortunately, January is one of those months where not a lot really happens. It's all a bit quiet. We've had rain, we've had nasty other stuff, but everything's going to start to pick up now. We do have incubators going, as you just heard. We've got a video coming out which is an eBay egg fail. I'm still waiting on that to hatch. Hopefully it will do at some point. And you can see, if you look just in the background there, we got mead in bottles. So that's coming up in a video. And there's various other bits. If you do have any ideas for us going forward, please do leave them down in the comment section below, because I'm open to ideas at the minute. So this is what's going to be happening. This is what's going on this year. Loads and loads and loads. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time's video, bye bye.